Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrew McGuire. In this video, we're gonna talk about if you're an agent and you're in a slump because the market conditions, how to get out of that. We're gonna talk how to sell your property as a seller without having to lower your price to explore different options. Or if you're an investor and you wanna expand your portfolio quicker without being reliant on high interest rates, we're gonna talk about that in this video today. The reason why I look for creative strategies to sell and buy real estate is because I was a traditional agent for most of my career. And then the summer of 2023 came where interest rates started cranking up quickly and a lot of business, a lot of pipeline for agents halted quickly. I found another way to do things to where business will ever dry up in any market condition, whether it's a good market, a slow market, an up market, a down market. It doesn't matter. You can thrive, and I want to share that with as many people as possible. I think a lot of real estates get stuck into doing things a traditional way. It's their broker's way, how they're taught right out of school. First, you go through 90 hours of training, and all it talks about is how not to get sued as an agent. But your broker in real estate school does not teach you how to get business. On my channel, I'm going to talk about how to go hunt, to not rely on business coming to you, to go out and find it as fast and as much as you're willing to put in the work. And it's a different way to doing things that your broker is probably not talking about. So if you're one of those agents where business has slowed down, or you're just looking for an alternative way that's more you than doing what most agents do, which is market and go to open houses, chase buyers around town, go to listing appointments that never come to fruition, I'm gonna show you a different way to do things on my channel if you stay tuned. The reason I think a lot of real estate agents, lenders, and others associated and involved in the real estate industry struggle when interest rates go up and the market slows down is because buyers and sellers are affected adversely when interest rates go up. It makes it infinitely harder to sell your property at the price you deserve because the buyers can't afford as much house. Investors can no longer cash flow on the property they're buying. So there's a different way to do things, and that's changed to seller financing, a strategy where you're not reliant and you don't have to struggle when the market's bad, when interest rates are high, because it's about overall affordability of the property you're buying or selling, and it doesn't have as much to do with the price you're selling or buying your property at. Poor market conditions happen when supply and demand are too out of whack. Right now, what we're seeing here in 2024 is there's low supply and low demand. We have low demand, not that people don't want to buy or need to buy houses, but when interest rates go up, it affects their overall affordability. So that's what naturally pushes demand down. Now, typically, and most people learn this when you go to college or even in high school in your Econ 101 class, is that only one thing really affects price, and that's supply and demand. Now that we have lower demand because of interest rates, typically if supply is high, we're out of whack, and there's gonna be a big problem if you're a real estate investor or you're involved in the real estate market, because that's gonna lead to a crash. If supply is high, there's an abundance of homes on the market, but demand is down here. That's what happened in 2008 when we had the big crash, was supply was high and demand was low. But we also have a low supply right now, and that's why prices are stable, but we're in a slow market because those same sellers that want a high price for their property don't want to sell their property at a 2, 3, or 4% interest rate and go buy a new property at 6, 7, or 8%. Because what that means for you is you get much less house, much less affordable house. For every 1% in interest rate hike, as a rule of thumb, that's 10% more payment. So let's take this house for example. Say I purchased this house for $500,000 at 4% interest rate. If I bought that same house at a 7% interest rate, that's a 30% more payment. So some quick math, if this payment on this house was $2,000 a month, 30% more on that is $600. So instead of $2,000 a month, the payment on this house at 7% interest would be $2,600. Way less affordable, and that's why the market is in the slow position that we're in today, and a lot of properties are not moving. Where I learned to use the strategy I'm using today is before I learned the creative financing and how to call canceled and expired listings, instead of try to list their property, convert them to creative sales to keep their price highs. I was following somebody on YouTube by the name of Brandon Mulrennan. He teaches traditional agents to go get business, whether they're canceled, expired listings, to hunt those down, competing with other agents, have the best skills, and come away with a listing. Now, the problem with that strategy today is there's not as many listings happening. We talked about the market being slow because of high interest rates and low supply and low demand. So that works great when the market's thriving, but where it doesn't work is when we're in a slower market. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say not everybody, some won't get business out there, but in Phoenix personally, we have 40 to 50, if we're lucky, canceled, expired listings almost every day. On a busy day, we also have 30, 40 agents calling those. So it's very competitive. Most of these sellers that are canceled, expired, get so many calls, they just go into withdraw and they don't want to talk to anybody. So what I did when my business slowed down, when interest rates went high, I'd also been learning from a community called Sub2, which teaches creative strategies, and it actually thrives when the market's tough for traditional. So I married the two together. I took the canceled, expired I learned on YouTube and from my coach and married that together with the creative finance real estate to come up with my own style, which is calling canceled and expired listings and converting them into creative sales or buys. And the thing I realized is whether you're in an up market or a down market, it doesn't really matter. If interest rates drop to 4 or 3%, I'm gonna convert back to being a traditional real estate and hold my license and get business that way. But when real estates are high, like they are now, 7.5%, I'm gonna do as much creative transactions, whether it's off market or on market, as possible. So I've got business in any market. If you wanna get in contact with me and learn more about this strategy or even do a deal together, you can reach out to me personally at my IG. It's McGuire_real_estate, or email me at amaguire1431@gmail.com, and you can find both of those in the description below. Thanks for watching my video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.